Welcome to the Noon Mix. It's a new week, it's a new day, it's June the 9th, and we're coming to you here live from our Harrison studios, and it is a little dreary outside. We have some strange weather been happening to us over the weekend. We have been in this strange weather pattern for the last 3 weeks, and not sure what if we're ever going to get out of it. Hopefully we will as soon as the summer gets a little warmer and we get some of this rain pattern in and out of our area. But for the most part, we are still in a flash flood warning. We'll tell you about that right now. Flash flood watch in effect through this evening. Flash flood watch is now in effect for portions of all of our viewing area and through this evening. Additional complexes of showers and thunderstorms will continue to affect Arkansas through this evening, and additional 1 to 3 inches of rainfall are expected, and some of that rainfall will accumulate rapidly at times, and because of the ground's already saturated with moisture, it does not take a whole lot of moisture to make creeks swollen and the low water bridges to be full of water. This will also be complicated for the last few days. Additional rain heavy will increase after the threat of flashing floods. Affected areas, as I said earlier, is our entire viewing area. A flash flood watch means that conditions may develop that lead to flash flooding. Flash flooding is a very dangerous situation you should monitor. Later forecast, be prepared to take action should flash flood warnings be issued from your local media here and also other media forms. As I said earlier, the ground is saturated with a lot of water, so be careful with that. Went out and about this weekend, and it was raining, and had to drive off to do some parking off into a field, and that the ground is just absolutely like a sponge, and almost got stuck out there. So be careful of those low water bridges. You may drive over it 1 minute, decide to turn around and come back, and it may be completely flooded. So be careful about those. Always have an alternate route when you go out on the back roads with those low water bridges, that you have an alternate route if you can't get through. Don't take that chance and say you can make it. There's people that don't, so just be warned out there. Let's take a look at our local temperatures around the area. That'll give us an idea of what kind of temperatures we're going to have today. And over in Gainesville, it's 66 degrees. Look outside there. It's got those ominous cloudy gray skies. This is looking over in our Huntsville area, and there's water on the lens, so we know that we've got some rain activity that has been in and around in the last few minutes. This condition over the weekend has been in and out. Chances of rain has fluctuated up and down, and when it says low, we get rain, and when it says high, we don't get rain. So anyway, Branson, Missouri, 50% chance of rain right now with a 64-degree high. Jasper, 64 degrees and rain there right now. Marshall, Arkansas with some rain. Eureka Springs, 63 degrees, 70% chance of rain right now. Mountain View, it's raining, heavy rain right now down there at 68 degrees. Mountain View, they just changed that from heavy rains to thunderstorm activity. Salem, Arkansas, 67 cloudy, 66 Mountain Home cloudy. And then here in Harrison, we got some drizzle with some 60% chance of rain right now. So we are going to have a little bit more activity with rain again today. It's no surprise. Okay, as we look at our extended forecast for today, Monday, patchy fog in the morning, showers and thunderstorms likely in the morning, then showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Locally heavy rainfall possible, highs in the mid-70s. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour in the morning, decreasing to 5 miles per hour in the afternoon. The chance of precipitation is 90% chance of rain. Average rainfall will be up to 1 inch, and that could cause problems around actually everywhere. Could cause problems. Just be careful of those flooding conditions. And then tonight's low will be 61 degrees. Showers and thunderstorms will be continuing in the evening, and then showers and thunderstorms are likely after midnight. Lows around 60. Northeast winds 5 miles per hour, and then the chance of precipitation for the overnight will be 80%, with the average rainfall to be up to a half an inch. Not as much as it will do this afternoon, but it still will be raining. Tuesday, we have more shower possibilities with a 70% chance of rain. And then the low for Tuesday night will be 59, and that precipitation chance will lessen a little bit to 40 And then Wednesday, let me go back and just go to our extended forecast. Wednesday, it looks like sunny skies, but we've got still a 20% to 30% chance of rain. Wednesday, Thursday, chance of thunderstorms again, and on Friday, another chance of those storms happening. And then we look at the weekend, and even though it says sunny Saturday and Sunday, that has changed in the past, and we're just crossing our fingers and wishing that we will have some better weather to come. I know our grass is growing all around, and people are, they'll get out with an umbrella and wait for the rain to stop and then start their lawnmowers up and run a few patches and then quit. So it's really frustrating out there. So just hang around. The weather will change. It will get better. We'll be complaining about the hot humidity temperatures here in not too many days. So let's take a break. When we come back, we'll be filling you in on some new events that will be happening this week. We'll do that in just 2 minutes. Stay with us. You are watching The Noon Mix. Welcome back to The Noon Mix. We have this public service announcement we want to get to. It came in, I think, last Friday. I was not able to get it on early enough. This is a Sasvari soccer camp, June the 24th through the 27th. That's happening at the end of this month, and they'd like us to announce this on our station here. The North Arkansas Soccer Association, you can go to northarkansasSoccer.org, is hosting the Sasvari Way Soccer Camp for 8 to 14-year-olds from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Tuesday through Friday, the last week of June, which will be June 24th to 27th. Those that pre-register for $88 to reserve a spot with this nationally organized organization and nationally recognized coach, they will get a free T-shirt with that. For more information, you can call them locally. I don't have a person that's listed here, but you can call the number and talk to whoever answers. 870-577-3881. 870-577-3881. And then also, we'll list some activities happening around our viewing area over in the Eureka Springs area. They're having a party in the park. It's an annual circus night. And this is not your ordinary circus. They want you to join them to feature the DJ Test Tube with electro cabaret circus sideshow tunes in the park, hula hoopers, artists, game booths, and much, much more. This is a family-friendly event, and it is free. This is Friday, June the 20th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., and this will be right there at the main area, right in front of the Basin Park there in that big congregation area. That's where it will be. Check that out. Also, Grandma's House is having their Flyaway fundraising event. And this is an event that's coming up Friday, June the 20th at 6 p.m. And this will be at the Flyaway on 123 East Stevenson. And they're inviting you out to be a part of that. And this event will help put children see... Hold on a minute, I'm lost here. I'm trying to find out what they're doing. They're having classes there, and the classes sizes are limited to 40, and they plan to pack the house for this event. You must call or stop by to register. They cannot guarantee a spot unless you do, and we'll go down here. This doors will open at 5:30, and they'll begin painting at 6 p.m. This is $40 for a check, cash, or credit card, and they are all accepted. Please remember that only pre-registration payment will be guaranteed a seat at this event because the classes are not big. And if you want more information on this event, you can call them at 870-688-6561. That number again is 870-688-6561. Then Relay for Life in Boone County and also the Luminary Service will be happening June the 13th through the 14th. Now this happens, it starts at 6 p.m. and then goes till 6 a.m. And what you do is you sign up teams and you walk either solos the entire night or you have teams that will separate that time off. That will start at 6 p.m., the kickoff, and then at 8 p.m. they have a survivor's lap of those people that have survived the cancer. Also at 9 p.m. they have their luminary service which they will light luminaries and line the track. And this will happen at the First Baptist Church here in Harrison. That again will start at June the 13th to June the 14th, and it will start at 6 p.m. and it will end the following morning at 6 a.m. Then Rusty Wheels is having their 36th annual spring show. This will be Friday and Saturday, June 13th and 14th, and this will feature all kinds of tractors, John Deere. They'll have a John Deere 1960 730 high crop tractor there, and also a 1920 Fairbanks Morse Dispin. They'll have a museum, shingle mill, sawmill, kiddie train ride, large toy train displays, and then a blacksmith will be also demonstrating his skills. This will be a free admission, and it's 6 miles south of Harrison on Highway 65, just past the junction there of 62 and 65. There on the left. Just go out another, probably about another half a mile or so out that direction. That will be happening this Friday and Saturday, June 13th and 14th. And then also the Kiwanis are having their fishing derby, their kids fishing derby day. This will also be on Saturday, June the 14th. Be there at Lake Harrison Junior High parking lot, and they'll be congregating right there on the banks of Crooked Creek. And registration begins at 8 a.m. Fishing derby will start at 8:30 and it will stop at 11 o'clock. Prizes will be rewarded every 15 minutes during the fishing time, and fish are provided by the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. They will stock a certain area of the creek with, they'll fence both areas off, underwater fencing, and stock that with some nice catfish, and the kids just go absolutely crazy. They ask you to bring your own stinky bait, either liver or some kind of catfish bait, but whatever it takes to spark the olfactory nerves of these catfish will be appropriate. And let's see what's happening over in the Mountain Home area. There's having a Mountain Home, taking their tour of the Mountain Home Model Railroaders Club. The Lake George project will be on Tuesday and or Thursday morning from 10:30 to noon. This is for directions to the clubhouse, or for additional information, contact Gary Kingsland at 870-481-5747, or you can join the caravan to the clubhouse, leaving the Donald W. Reynolds Library in Baxter County at 10:30 a.m. A conductor will be watching for you in the first parking area there on the left, and then you can just caravan over to that location to see the tour of the Model Railroaders Club items. Also, Mount Magazine State Park and Winery Tour will be happening. First Security Bank, the Gold Club presents their Tuesday through Wednesday, June 10th and 11th, Mount Magazine State Park and Winery Tour. Join them as they travel by charter bus to majestic Mount Magazine State Park at the highest point in Arkansas, and then they'll dine in the Skycrest restaurant and enjoy the amazing accommodations of the lodge at Mount Magazine. They will also be a guided tour of the 3 local wineries, Post and Chateau Auxiliary Arc. And then on your way down to the mountain, they will stop in at historic Paris, Arkansas for shopping and the Coal Miners Memorial. Sounds like a fun trip. This will be a beautiful, scenic, and memorial trip for everyone. Cost is $175 for the gold member, $225 if you're not a gold member or just a non-member guest. And for more information on the trip, you can RSVP or contact Susan Alms at 870-424-8021. Goodwill is having their Arkansas Workforce Hiring Event. Goodwill and Arkansas Workforce will be hosting the hiring event on Wednesday, June the 11th from 10 to 2 p.m. at the Microplastics 11 Industrial Lane in Flippin, Arkansas. Microplastics have several positions and shifts open. Days, nights, and weekends. If you have had a barrier in your past that may make it difficult to get a job, Microplastic is a second choice employer. Viable candidates will be hired at the event. For more information, contact the Goodwill's career specialist, Kim Markowski, at 870-508-0042. Let me give you that number again, 870-508-0042. And that looks like it for updated community service announcements. We'll be back, and we'll be having a fun event called History right here on the Noon Mix. We'll see you in 2 minutes. Stay with us. Welcome to our history segment. This is a fun segment for us. June 9th. Not a whole lot happened on this day, sorry to say, but there is some book history, and we'll start with that. In 1790, John Barry copyrighted the Philadelphia Spelling Book. It was the very first American book to be copyrighted. 1860, the book Maleska, the Indian Wife of the White Hunter by Mrs. Anne Stevenson was offered for sale for one dime. It was the first published dime novels in those days. 1934, Donald Duck made his debut in the Silly Symphonies, and that was a cartoon, and the title of the cartoon was The Wise Little Hen. And then we jumped to 2011 because there's really nothing that was of interest that you would care much about in the history. But 2011, the world's first artificial organ transplant was performed just a few years ago. It was an artificial windpipe coated with stem cells. Okay, let's move to birthdays. We have several birthdays we can talk about. Several birthdays. This guy on the screen here, many know him back in the day, back in the 50s and 60s, even earlier than that. This is Robert Bob Cummings. His real name was Charles Clarence Robert Orville Cummings. He was born on this day in 1910. What's so interesting about that photo is not him, but the car. I love the interior of these old vehicles. And then up next we have Les Paul. That's Les Paul, and if the name sounds familiar, well, you look at what he's holding there, and that is a Les Paul guitar. He invented that style of guitar with electric pickups, and he was born on this day in 1915. He's a musician, songwriter, inventor, and was the inventor of the solid body electric guitar. There he is, Les Paul. Joe Santos, standing next to who's that? Who is that guy? Garner. James Garner is there on the left. I just absolutely forgot his name. Joe Santos looks familiar there on the right. He was born on this day in 1931. Has played in many TV series and movies in his lifetime. He was born on this day in 1931. And John Lord, keyboardist for Deep Purple, Whitesnake, and different other bands, was born on this day in 1941, and sadly he died just a few years ago. John Lord. And Michael J. Fox was born on this day in 1961. He's an actor, Family Ties, and he had a new series out. I don't know if it's on anymore. It's one of those short-lived series, as many are. And then finally we have not a local VIP, but this is a VIP that many people love to go to the movies to see because he has such a diverse depth about him. Johnny Depp was born on this day in 1963. He's also a musician. Johnny Depp. Several different roles we can talk about. Now we go to our local birthdays. I have them here if I can get these pulled up. Hello, full screen. Here you go. We have Wayne Angel. Wow, he's a woolly booger, isn't he? That's Wayne Angel. He's a musician here in the area, and he plays congas, and he's with a group called Earthbone, I think it's what it was. Played out at the Bill Baker Amphitheater this weekend. It didn't get rained out because people were there and the music continued. And we have here Scott Stewart, and it's his birthday today. If you know these people, wish them a very happy birthday because they deserve it. We're going to be back in 2 minutes, and we will fill you in with some closing information. I have a video that we'd love to show you that may just change the world. Stay with us. You're watching The New Mix. Got a video of the day we'd like to close out with. It's about 7 minutes long. We will not have that much time, but I think within the 4 minutes you'll get a very good idea of what this technology is all about. And if I had a vote, I would vote for it hands down Hope you do too. We'll see you again tomorrow on Tuesday's edition of the Noon Mix. Have a great day and stay dry.
Solar freaking roadways.
What are they?
They're solar freaking roadways. What do they want from me? Well, they're solar freaking roadways. Okay, so actually this time, what is it? It's technology that replaces all roadways, parking lots, sidewalks, driveways, tarmacs, bike paths, and outdoor recreation surfaces with solar panels. And not just lifeless, boring solar panels, smart, microprocessing, interlocking, hexagonal solar units. No more useless asphalt and concrete just sitting there baking in the sun, needing to be repaved and filling with potholes that ruin your axle alignment on your sweet ride, bro. These are intelligent solar panels. Replace a panel at a time if damaged or malfunctioning. They're covered with a new tempered glass material that has been designed and tested to meet all impact, load, and traction requirements. Oh, and did I mention that they're also solar panels? They generate electricity, they generate capital, they pay for themselves, and they keep paying more because we're not gonna run out of sun for like 15 billion years. That lowers the cost of energy, unlike those bills in the mail that keep going up. And it's clean energy. Everyone can theoretically drive an electric car with no pollution and a minimal carbon footprint. Can you imagine how good our cities would smell? How much healthier we'd all be?
Excuse me, young man, am I being led to believe that this thing is some sort of thing?
Yes, it's a thing. A real thing. And clean energy is only its primary function. Grab a notepad, because this is where it gets interesting. For those in the north, the panels use energy they collect to power elements to keep the surface temperature a few degrees above freezing. They're heated. No more ice and snow on roads causing traffic delays, accidents, and injury. No more shoveling your driveway and sidewalk. No salt corroding your car or wasting tax money on snow removal. And you can ride your bike or drive your motorcycle all year round. Whoa! Every panel has a series of LED lights on the circuit board that can be programmed to make landscape designs, warning signs, parking lot configurations, whatever. These roads never have to have lanes repainted, just reprogrammed to whatever we choose or whatever works best. Imagine a highway road lighting up ahead of you. How much safer it would be to drive at night. There'd be improved visibility for pilots landing on solar landing strips. Imagine walking onto a solar recreation court and choosing a sports configuration. Want to play basketball? Cool. Kids want to play hopscotch and foursquare? Awesome. Ball hockey? Done. And with LED lights under your feet, it's gonna look like freaking Tron out there. But real, because this is the real world. Whoa. But these panels are also pressure sensitive, so they can detect when large debris like branches or boulders have fallen onto the road, or if an animal is crossing. It can warn drivers with LED text to slow down for an obstruction. I'm very, environmentally conscious. Good, because solar roadways use as much recycled material in their production as possible. Plus, the roadways have two channels that form what's called a cable corridor that runs concurrently with the roadways themselves. One part houses electrical cables, meaning power lines, data lines, fiber optics, and high-speed internet, which replaces the need for telephone poles and hanging wires that can be damaged during storms, causing power outages, or become extremely dangerous if severed either as fallen live wires or buried cables. The other channel captures and filters storm water and melted snow, moving them either to a treatment facility or treating them on-site, greatly decreasing the amount of pollution that enters our soil, lakes, rivers, and oceans. I'm kinda broke, bruh. Yeah, no kidding. The economy is in the toilet. Do you realize how many thousands of jobs this could create and sustain? Talk about a hypodermic adrenaline shot to the heart of the manufacturing and infrastructure sector. And it pays for itself. They're solar freaking roadways. I have concerns about the future. Is this thing even possible? I told you, yes. Solar roadway technology was invented by engineering couple Julie and Scott Broussard in 2006. Two of the sweetest people in the world who met when they were 3 and 4 years old. Listen to these two.
Hi, we're Scott and Julie Broussard, inventors of solar roadways.
We met in the 1960s when we were 3 and 4 years old.
These wonderful, intelligent people want to begin manufacturing a technology that can power the future of the whole freaking planet. They were awarded a contract from the Federal Highway Administration to build 2 prototypes, which are now complete. They're too humble and wonderful to yell at you over the internet, so I'm gonna do it.